Morning guys, it's day 20 here at the Hilltop shop. So today we're gonna finish off the siding. So we just got the top of the building in the front here to do, and then one cut piece on the side. And then we're gonna go around and do some last minute things, a little bit more tarring on the roof. We also have to shingle that shed over there. So we're gonna remove all the shingles from that and put new shingles on there. One of the last things we need to do for this is to install the garage door. So it's sitting here on the trailer. So we're going to install the garage door. Let's get to work.
They don't both go under here like that.
You're all in everywhere?
Yeah.
From the top? Hey Harry, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Oh boy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Getting some B-roll focus footage.
You coming after me, man? In the last clip, you seen I had all my garage door parts laid out on the table there, all organized. So you just read the instructions, find out which roller goes on which door, in which direction, and just start installing them all. So I've got all the panels laid out on the sawhorses here in the order that they go in. So the top one that I'm grabbing now is the bottom panel, and the one on the very bottom of the stack would be the top panel. You can tell because the very first one doesn't have the weather seal on the bottom. It has a track to accept a little rubber piece that goes against the concrete. And the top of the top panel does not have any type of weather seal or track on it at all because it's at the very top. Here I'm installing a nail into the jack studs on either side of the door and bending them over top of the door just to hold that panel in place. You do this on each one, and it's just to hold everything in place temporarily before you get all the screws in. So here's a time lapse of the panels going into the opening. You just install the rollers, put the panels on top of each other, make sure they line up and the weather seals go into the grooves, and add the nail bent over each side to hold it. Here I'm installing the intermediate hinges. This is a 16-foot wide garage door, so it doesn't just have one row of hinges right down the middle. There's actually two intermediate hinges. So I'm just installing the first one here. Here's a time lapse of me installing those intermediate hinges, and you'll see I started installing some mounting brackets on the top panel. So those brackets are actually to accept a tension bar. You'll see me and Joel bring it in here in a second. But what that does is it prevents the door, the top panel, from bowing in eventually, because at the top, when you have a garage door installed, it's basically pulling on that top panel at the very top of that top panel. So that tension bar prevents the door from bowing inwards over time from the force of the garage door opener. And we're just installing all the rest of the hardware, the rails on each side. We're putting the spring on right now. We actually tension the spring in the next clip. We're installing the angle brackets for the rails to keep them nice and stiff so they don't move back and forth into the rafters. So I never got any up close footage of us tensioning the spring, but this is the most dangerous part of installing a garage door. You can see I stopped the clip here, so you can see I put on my chainsaw helmet. It's a hard hat with a little screen on the front, I guess, but when you're tensioning the spring on a garage door, you just got to be very careful, very sure of your hands and how many rotations you're doing. You'll actually see when we do it, Joel is standing on the ladder with me. So once the spring is at the proper tension, Joel's actually going to be tightening the two set screws to hold it against the shaft. Hey guys, so we've finished the Hilltop shop here. I just want to take you on a little walkthrough. So all in all, the Hilltop shop took about a month to complete. 20 episodes. I kind of combined some of the episodes when we had half days or days where it's too hot to work, so we just quit working. But all in all, it took about a month to do it start to finish. Concrete, all the framing, the siding, the finishing, the garage door, everything. It's about a month. So here's the back of the building. Got the plugs put in, plug covers for future plugs. Doing some landscaping now that the project's almost done. I think the homeowner's making a nice level spot right here for camper parking, and then that plug over there in the corner will be the 30 amp plug to plug his camper in. Homeowner's making a kind of retaining wall right here, and then bringing the level of the ground up to the side of the building. So you can see he's started putting some railroad ties here and keep stacking them up so that the dirt can go straight across, or maybe a little bit of a slope down over there. I'll show you the inside now. Here's the inside of the shop now, all finished. You can see in the corner there and on the ground, those are the extra materials left over from the job. view going the other way of the garage door and the rafters. The walls are all framed on 16-inch centers, and the rafters are 24-inch centers, which is why the rafters don't always line up with the studs. Every other one does, though. There's the garage door all installed and finished. All the rails and brackets installed and tightened. Some extra blocking put up there for the future garage door opener. That'll be the end of the Hilltop Shop build series. We're going to start another project right now. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this build series, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, here he comes. Construction cat. Meow! Bogey! Here, you have this.